strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll try to run forward with Howard. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, the defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Danny Trevathan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Convincing win in the cold over the LA Rams 15-6.
Yeah, they are legit on defense, aren't they? Forced 4 turnovers and held the LA Rams. Let me say that again. The LA Rams, a team averaging almost 35 points a game, to just 2 field goals. They've got to feel fantastic about that. They did get their quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, back for the game. He threw 3 interceptions. If he cuts down the interceptions, if he cuts down the turnovers, the Bears could be very dangerous in the playoffs with that defense.
A good pickup there, a 22.
You see it?
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Trubisky. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Burton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They pitch out to Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Chargers. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Rivers to throw it, and it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All right, partner, let's peek ahead to Week 15 while we have a second here. It starts out with a good one on Thursday night. How about the Chargers and the Chiefs, a battle in the AFC West?
Yeah, it could very well decide the division, and that's a huge, huge ball game. And who saw that coming when the season began, that this would decide the whole deal? How about our first Saturday games of the year? Texans, Jets, Browns, Broncos, and those are going to feature the young quarterbacks. Sam Darnold with the Jets, Baker Mayfield with the Browns.
And then Sunday, the late game, Pats and Steelers. You get Eagles, Rams Sunday night, Saints, Panthers Monday. I mean, hello, Week 15.
Yeah, that means I'm doing absolutely nothing the entire weekend except sitting on the couch and watching ball.
Well, you're also working a game on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, besides that.
Okay.
All right. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down. And
they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
First down, Rivers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Hurry up.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. A first down throw here for Rivers. And an alley to run. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return will stop right around the 25.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 37 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Now Trubisky to throw, and they're going to get it. That one's caught.
Aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit him with a screen.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 78 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Trubisky on first down. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. It cost him.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears will extend their lead. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Here's Desmond King on the return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Red.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On 1st and 10, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A toss play, Gordon. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is indeed good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trubisky will throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, with that incompletion, I've been waiting to get this in because I wanted to ask you about that crazy finish in Miami. How in the world did they find their way to the end zone?
That was something, wasn't it? And I've seen a few along the way. In college football, Boise State over Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. You remember that one?
Yep.
With the hook and lateral play, and they had a bunch of crazy plays down the stretch. But this one in the NFL, especially considering you kind of knew they had to do something like this, yet they still were able to pull it off. 69 yards, Tannehill to Stills, to Parker, to Kenyon Drake, and then, of course, Gronk was on the field in case they threw the Hail Mary. Outran Gronk to the end zone. What a finish for the Dolphins.
So last year we had the Minnesota Miracle. Now we had the Miami Miracle this season.
A really nice catch, but bottom line, that should have gone for more yardage.
Give him a pass in the flat that allows him to get upfield. There's plenty of distance between him and all the defenders. Actually cost himself some yardage there. Yeah, they got the completion, but it could have been so much more.
On 4th down, it's Howard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Wide open receiver complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
4 yards on the dump-off at second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now it's Trubisky. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Here's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. To return it now, here's King. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, you know, thinking back to last week around the league, it was one. We've had some crazy weeks this year, Charles, but this was one of the crazier, maybe the craziest week that we've had. You think about the 99-yard run that sort of kicked it all off. Of course, that wild finish in Miami. I mean, we saw a bunch of interesting things.
We certainly did. How about the 3 worst teams by record in the NFL? The Jets, the Raiders, the 49ers all won on the same weekend. We had overtime in Kansas City and in Dallas. And the 2 front runners in the NFC, New Orleans got a scare in Tampa Bay. And the Rams lost in Chicago.
Yeah, crazy, crazy weekend. It figures to be a crazy finish the rest of the way in this NFL season.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Rivers now from the 50. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Rivers. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. He's got Allen. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point attempt to come here. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and it's shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 37.
4 down, check, 4 down. White. Hey, 17 George, 117. Check.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Oh, He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the red zone now, Rivers forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Rivers now sets up the screen to Gordon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. And even 60 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Joey Bosa in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're like...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Trey Burton, 25 yards for the touchdown.
Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for banners. Be cooling out in the whip, and I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends. Then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
I sound it.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from the StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Steps away to his left. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A gain of 39 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He's going to get it running right. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon taking it in. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. From the gun, Rivers. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Roethlisberger will throw. Throw that set, complete to Smith-Schuster. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Dancing to his one. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Hayes Pollard in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1. And I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball out of the backfield. And how about his season opener against Cleveland? They didn't win the game, but he played awfully well, 135 yards rushing, and he helped close out a big win at Tampa Bay in Week 3 on Monday Night Football with some nice runs down the stretch.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 1st down, Rivers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Rivers now to throw on first down. Green's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw, Rivers. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Here's Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Football switches hands back to Pittsburgh. And speaking of the Steelers, that loss last week to Oakland did them no favors. A very surprising defeat. But they had a chance, if they had won that game, to put a little separation between them and Baltimore.
And we all expected that going in, didn't we? They were favored going to Oakland to win against a Raiders team that had won 2 games prior to that one. You knew Baltimore was going to have a struggle in Kansas City. We probably thought that they would lose, and they did in overtime. That would give them a much better cushion, but they didn't play that well. Roethlisberger hurt, came back late. James Conner doesn't play with the ankle injury. They've got to get right, though, because they've got the New England Patriots coming to town.
And then after New England, they go to New Orleans before finishing back home with Cincinnati.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, 57 yards. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And he puts it through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Cameron Hayward coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Roethlisberger will hand to counter. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The strong safety, Jaleel Adai, right there in coverage. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I don't want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, Rivers. Gates has got it. And the Chargers' all-time touchdown leader has another one. Antonio Gates, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And now Rivers will lead the Chargers up to go for 2.
Hey, you got 3, you got 10. Read 80. 12. Start.
Rivers. And this one's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. Going up top. He's got a man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage. At the 50, right at midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're running right through it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Let's go.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The CD, by the way, we have some news from the esports world. First major of the new year. The Madden Classic was held in Las Vegas during Week 14 of the NFL season. 170 players.
Yeah, did you see the money?
Over $150,000 in prize money.
Not so bad, huh?
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
And your winner, I'll let you do the honors for the second straight year.
Michael Skimbo, second straight year. The man walks away with the money and the championship belt. He beat Justin Little Man Brown 28-21 in the final. I think the world was looking forward to this one, and they got it. And I can't wait to see how Skimbo does with the rest of the majors now. He is the man to beat.
Sorry, Little Man Barone. Congratulations, Skimbo. Second down, Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful.
And guys, man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Let's go. Delta.
Rivers now on second down. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And this is caught inside the 5. Give him 30 yards there. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Throwing, Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 59 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Being chased out left. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at the University of Miami in Ohio.
Yeah,
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now Austin Eckler on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive will start with Connor. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, it often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. 30, the 20. 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Here's Eckler to return it. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Now Bell. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Here's Eckler to return it. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then you're like, boop.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Stephon Tuitt coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, set. Round 80. Under crush, under crush, under crush. Q. Hurry up.
Back to it after the pick six. Rivers eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Hayward in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Play fake. Rivers on the move to his left. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks. And they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. A little bit of tough catch, though, falls incomplete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Green with a catch left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off at the 30. And
thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet them a bite, now lease in no beamer. I'm buying no counter, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt. She don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane, asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. Where we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers. Problem, big up, be one of the all on the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up. Louis speed bag, glue. The thing, but she was thinking slay. Weave life thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
I sound it.
Okay, I'm back to school, you. This is open campus. This is, I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her motto, she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin, I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Kris Jenner, I promote the family. Kardashian, see the Benzo, she like, oh, it's happening. Think she called me, cause she never knew her daddy. And my all black, Rhythm Nation, Janet, boy, don't make me Jackson. Bodily, what's underground, what's underground, frontin' like a ride with the mob. Why shouldn't I charge me, myself, and I? Play the odds, a yes man, it's just a bobblehead doll. Holler them all. Strutting like Pac out the court, hop out the Porsche, shake that, got that.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's Desmond Trufant. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 36 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try moving a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Bryant's extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brooks Reed in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky, flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his
second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate, and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey?
Yeah, here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. It's Desmond Trufant, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.